So we are Karkaza, metal band from Alabama.
I've got to ask you, where in the hell did you come up with a name like that?
Well, Karkaza is a word that I saw in a museum about Southeast Asian art several years ago. Now, it's a word in Sanskrit that means tough, bold, callous, unrelenting, fearless. And I thought that that was a very metal word, so I thought it'd be perfect for a metal band name.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. So, for people that might not know your sound and what your music sounds like, I know a lot of people don't like doing this, but for this purpose, what would you say the genre or the sound of your band's like?
We are a groove metal band. Simple as that. Groove thrash metal band. Because we have thrash songs, and even on the groove songs, we have thrash parts. So I would say groove / thrash metal band.
Yeah, thrash groove.
Okay, so are you talking like Suicidal Tendency meets Anthrax? Or Infected Cruise meets Anthrax or something like that?
No, we're talking like a mix of Pantera and Slayer.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool, cool.
Those two
nice.
had a baby.
Yeah.
It's us.
Tell me a little bit about your band, as what you got going on right now, things like that.
We just played a show in your state, Louisville.
Yeah.
We just came back from Louisville 2 weeks ago. And this was our second show in Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
We played a first show there in 2022. And then we try to play another show there in this meantime. But it's just that we got kind of not stuck, but the demand for shows here in Alabama, especially Birmingham, was too high. So we couldn't come back to Kentucky in this past 3 years because we've been playing Birmingham, especially a lot.
Yeah.
And Florida, also Tampa. A lot of shows in Tampa, Birmingham. So every time we try to go back, we couldn't. We moved to Alabama in 2020, but we formed in California. We are a LA band originally. And in there, we play with some big bands like Crowbar, Soulfly.
Crowbar. Yeah, great band.
Them at the Whiskey A Go-Go. It was us, Crowbar, Insight, a really nice band from Max Cavalera's, I think his
son's band. Yeah, Insight.
Yeah, nephew, I think.
Yeah.
Us, Crowbar. That was at Whiskey A Go-Go. So we played all those venues in LA, Sunset Strip. But then in 2020, we moved to Alabama.
I grew up with Bobby, who played in Soulfly at that time. He was the bass player of Soulfly.
Yeah, we played.
He used to be in a band called Primer 55, and then he played with Soulfly for 10 years. So.
Speaking of Project, we played a show with a band called Project 86.
Yeah,
also.
it reminds me of that.
There's a band called Project 86. They sound something like, that Suicide Silence.
Oh, yeah.
They sound like them. Project 86. We played them in the very beginning of the band.
So, do you all have a CD out now? Are you promoting something right now?
Our latest release is from 2022, Let It Rise. And that's our third album. Our first album came out in 2018, Dark Sun Eclipse. Then the second one in 2020, Time Has Come. And then Let It Rise from 2022.
Yeah. Do you have any shows right now that you'd like to promote?
In May, we have 3 shows in Birmingham. That's the place we play the most. Every year, play at least 10 shows there or more. Birmingham, Alabama, we play a lot there. So in May, we have May 2nd, May 3rd, and May 22nd in Birmingham, Alabama. Then I'm negotiating with a venue in South Carolina called Ground Zero. I'm also negotiating with another venue in Tampa for July, not confirmed. And then in September, we have a big convention in Montgomery, Alabama.
Are you the only 2 members in the band, or do you have more members in your band?
No, when we moved from California to Alabama, we lost our former bass player Brian. We played with him another show, like once again, when we flew back to California in 2022 to play the Rainbow Bar and Grill. It's a very famous venue there. Lemmy's place.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lemmy's place. I would play that venue with our former guy, Brian, on the bass. But since we moved, we're working with hired guns for the bass for the shows. We record the bass on the albums, but for the show you need a guy, right? So we work with hired musicians. Every state we have 2 or 3 guys that are our partners. So for example, Mississippi show is the Mississippi guy. For the Birmingham shows is the Birmingham guy. Every city and every state we have options for bass players. People that have played with us this whole time that have been here in the South. For the shows. For the recording session, we record the bass ourselves. And for the music videos, we have another guy just for the music videos also.
Oh, wow.
It
sounds like a well-oiled machine, man.
Huh?
Sounds like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
It is. It's very well-oiled. And, you know, we like this system a lot. It works for us. So we are the 2 permanent members who do every show, every music video, recording every song, and all of that. But the bass player is a rotating position.
Yeah,
and it's, you know, it is great for us because it's allowed us to make a lot of new friends because we do have to reach out to different bass players. So we make different friends in different states. And that's been really cool for us.
Yeah.
Well, where can people reach out to you if they want to purchase a CD or they want to find out where you're playing or they want you to come play in their hometown?
So on our website, karkaza.com, you can find everything there. On the bottom of the page, you're going to see the icons for all the social medias but if you simply type Karkaza on any social media, you're going to find us. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, on the music streaming platforms, right, that you can find us. Pretty much all of them. Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, Pandora, all that.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
We are everywhere. Anywhere you type this band, you're gonna find it pretty much.
Better question is, where do people not see us? Because we're everywhere.
Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about before I let you all go?
For having us here on your show and letting us promote the next show, especially a bit about the band, also where they can find us.
Yeah,
thank you for having us.
Yeah, this was fun.
That's great. It's been good talking to you all, and you all have a great night, okay?
You too.
Thank you very much.